Time now for the morning rush. President Trump's Supreme Court nominee is federal appellate judge Brett Kavanaugh. Mr. Trump announced the pick last night in a nationally televised event at the White House. The 53-year-old Kavanaugh would replace retiring Justice Anthony Kennedy. Now, his nomination was met with numerous protests outside the Supreme Court.
Mexico's Congressional Delegation split on the president's Supreme Court pick. Here it is. New Mexico's lone Republican U.S. lawmaker Steve Pearce reacted on Twitter, saying that he hopes the Senate will work together. As for New Mexico's U.S. Senators Tom Udall and Martin Heinrich, both Democrats, they pointed to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell for calling on Congress to not hold a hearing for President Obama's appointee in an election year. On Twitter, Democratic Representative Ben Ray Lujan pointing to issues like Roe v. Wade for reasons that he would oppose this nomination. Kristen.
Spotty to scattered storms favoring the western and southern higher terrain today. Albuquerque and elsewhere just an isolated storm possible, but tomorrow an increase in moisture. We're going to be looking at more widespread showers and thunderstorms. Biggest threat will be heavy rain leading to flash flooding. David?
Breaking developments on the rescue mission in Thailand. All 12 boys, including the soccer coach, have been rescued. The rescuers began the third and final mission this morning. A short while ago, we're told that all of them have been rescued and brought to the surface out of the cave. Now, the boys and their coach became stranded when they went exploring inside that cave after a practice game. Flooding blocked off their escape and prevented rescuers from finding them for almost 10 days.
And along those lines, preliminary reports do state the boys had low body temperatures. That's because of the hours-long dive they endured to get out of the cave. They're trying to take care of that with body heating equipment. Also, officials say the boys' immune systems are compromised at this time. They're being quarantined, and some even showed signs of infection, so they're now on antibiotics.
Police are asking for help in solving a 2-month-old homicide investigation here in Albuquerque. Jonathan Seiss was found dead in the backseat of his car parked near Louisiana and Zuni on May 7th. 2 days before that, he was last seen at a casino with 2 men. Now, police now believe a woman spotted in Seiss's car was the last person to see him alive. That woman is now a person of interest in the case. Now, if you have any information, you're asked to call police.
Police are still searching for a woman they believe intentionally ran over a pedestrian. Here are the details for you. 28-year-old Joey Chavez was hit and killed on Thursday on Edith near Trumbull. Police say the driver was a Hispanic woman with brown hair and light highlights and a tattoo on her upper left arm. She was driving an early 2000 blue Honda Accord.
A federal judge in California has said no to the Justice Department's bid to keep migrant families detained together. The judge said she saw no reason to undo the rules that limit how long children can be held in detention. Now, she called the Trump administration's request a cynical attempt to get around a long-standing court order.
This all comes as the Trump administration says it will not meet today's deadline set by a San Diego federal judge. That judge ordered that detained children under the age of 5 be reunited with their families. The Justice Department had 15 days to get this done. It says only 44 kids will remain in their custody. That's about 50 that will be reunited, partly because they say parents have already been deported and some they've lost track of.
Happening today, officials are set to lift the closure of the Carson National Forest. The Taos News says that will happen at 8 o'clock this morning. Stage 2 fire restrictions will remain in effect, and the area around the Sardinas Canyon fire will stay closed to the public. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index down to a 2, just watching for an isolated storm. Not everyone's going to see the rain, though. Breezy conditions at times as those storms pass nearby, but do expect the Metro Threat Index to climb tomorrow. Crystal?
As you head out the door this morning, you'll notice fewer orange barrels on I-25. That's because a major construction project is done. There is now an additional lane along the 2-mile stretch from San Antonio to Jefferson on the southbound side of I-25. There is also a second lane on the northbound off-ramp at the San Antonio interchange. The project cost $9.5 million.
Well, the city is making it easy to tell the difference between a weed and other landscape. They're laying it all out in a handbook. Now, that book identifies 16 weeds you cannot let grow more than 4 inches tall or 4 inches wide on your property. Violators will get a warning letter at first, and then a code enforcement officer will go out on the second complaint. If the weeds are still there, the homeowner can face up to a $500 fine.
Today, kids are learning how to be fearless from our local police. APD's second Camp Fearless is beginning today. The camp teaches kids about team building and self-responsibility. Campers are led by local officers in group events like fishing, bowling, and even going to the Fire Rescue Academy. They'll also learn about crime scene investigations and what it means to actually be an officer. Kristen.
Now for a check on your morning commute. Map looks clean and green this morning. No problems there. We also have our news tracker out and about. Headed southbound on course just past Western Trail. Everything seems to be moving smoothly at the hour.
Well, a new film with major Hollywood actors is set to start production later this month here in New Mexico. Clint Eastwood's upcoming feature, The Mule, will be filmed in Las Cruces. The movie starring Clint Eastwood, Bradley Cooper, and Michael Pena follows an elderly man who unknowingly accepts a job to transport cocaine for the Mexican cartel. Now, the production will employ nearly 300 New Mexicans.
6:53 day planner for today shows our temperatures exactly where we were yesterday. 81 by lunch, 90 this afternoon. Isolated storm potential here in central New Mexico, but better chances for rain and thunderstorms out over western and southern New Mexico here. This is going to favor the higher terrain this afternoon. Tomorrow, a little more moisture, better rain chances across this state. Looks even better Thursday, Friday, as not only do we see an uptick in moisture, we've got a disturbance rolling in. So expect those increasing rain chances to continue all the way through the start of the weekend. At last check, pollen count looks pretty good. Grass, quinopods, and pine all down to low. Hopefully we can keep it that way with the rain in the forecast. Time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here, a new film with major Hollywood actors set to start production later this month in New Mexico. Clint Eastwood's upcoming feature, The Mule, will be filmed in Las Cruces. The movie starring Eastwood, Bradley Cooper, and Michael Pena follows an elderly man who unknowingly accepts a job to transport cocaine for the Mexican cartel. How did he get mixed up in that? The production will employ nearly 300 New Mexicans.
And number 4, a downtown Albuquerque couple is warning others about a brazen burglar caught in the act. And this is the man who the couple says struck their place on Saturday at their home near 12th and Lomas. They say that they ran into the alleged burglar walking away from their backyard. So far, the couple says that their car has been broken into 3 times already in a month. Now, the couple is hoping that these pictures will help catch him before he strikes again. They're also warning that he could be armed. So far, APD has not made any arrests.
At number 3, eyes will be to the south and west of the metro today. Isolated rain chances elsewhere. Temperatures near average for the next couple of days, but we're cooling off down to the 80s by Thursday. That's when those significant rain chances pop into the forecast. It'll be widespread heavy rainfall likely all the way through this weekend. Temperatures staying below average all the way through Saturday afternoon.
And that brings us to number 2 now. An Albuquerque mother is pleading with the city using an online petition and asking the mayor to not abandon the search for more West Mesa victims. She's hoping that he makes it a priority to help find her daughter. This comes after the city says bones recently found on the Mesa are prehistoric, I should say, and not related to the 11 women found buried on the West Mesa more than 9 years ago. APD says there are at least 6 other women who went missing from 2001 to 2006 who were never found. Teresa Frescas' daughter, Nina Heron, is one of them. APD says they're committed to keep looking. The petition did start on Sunday. It has about 20 signatures so far.
And at number 1, President Trump has selected Judge Brett Kavanaugh as his pick for a seat on the U.S. Supreme Court. The state's congressional delegation is weighing in and split on the pick. On Twitter, Republican Steve Pierce says, in part, he looks forward to the nomination hearings and hopes the Senate will work together. In other statements, Democratic leaders, including Tom Udall and Martin Heinrich, point to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell for calling on Congress back in 2016 to not hold a hearing during an election year. On Twitter, Democratic Representative Ben Ray Lujan is pointing out issues like Roe v. Wade and health care for reasons that he would oppose the nomination.